God. Hi, Mark. Me.
Hello.
Make stuff. Let's make a thing. Let's make a runtime. Runtime. It's got like
Runtime for what?
actually got nothing in it. Wow. You know what? I'm just gonna make one here because I can't be bothered setting everything up, and we can move it later.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. So maybe just talk through, like, maybe to plan it out first. So, like, create a file and let's scope what we want to do.
I have no plan. The plan comes as I type.
Yeah. So let's do it a bit differently and just plan it out a bit.
So what I'm doing right now is, can I console.log window? Do I have access to window? And console.log canvas. If I have a canvas object, let's have a
Well, there's a couple things. This is why I think it's worth planning. We want to integrate with TypeScript, though, right?
Yeah, this is in TypeScript.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, so this is runtime.ts, and oh, right. So main.ts is the current main. So I'm just going to switch that. Yeah. For now, wherever it is. What? Where does it?
It's in Webpack. Webpack. Yeah, it's a bit confusing.
Yeah, this is just for testing.
Yeah, sure.
Just cause. So we have a dog, and there's a canvas next to it. See the canvas? Console.log. So we probably need to run the webpacks, which needs to be restarted because there's a new file. Is the runtime. So yes. So we should see 2 logs. Hopefully. Cannot find canvas. Oh shit. Okay, we hit a problem. When we've got, okay, well, this isn't really a problem. I'm being lazy here. I just need to do document.getElement by ID canvas. But like, I'm going to have to cast it down into a canvas thing in order to access anything. So if I get context 2D, get context 2D, this will fail because
let's see that fail.
Yeah, so I need to how do you do the casting? It's like HTML canvas element.
Yeah,
like
you really need something that gives you type hints.
I do.
And what does it tell you though?
JavaScript. So value of type did not quite get here. How do you do typecasting in TypeScript?
Angle brackets. Angle brackets. I think you'll put it like if you assign it to a variable, it would be next to the variable.
I'd want to do that anyway. Cast object to another type, angle brackets. But where? Or the as keyword. Okay. So before or as?
Oh yeah, probably as is better then.
Yeah, I like as better. So yeah, I'll just put this into a. Oh, is it? Why didn't copy happen? Why didn't copy happen?
Is it in the virtual box?
I copied inside it. I must have. You know what happened? I pressed the function key instead of control.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, so now we should get canvas with a context 2D. Sweet. All is going well. We have access to the canvas. This is like everything we need.
Yep.
How do you do let canvas equals this, and that should infer it's that type.
Yeah.
That context equals.
You probably need to cast it as well, maybe. I'm not sure.
Width equals 640. Const height equals 480. And the style dot border style equals solid.
Do you mind changing the theme to like a light theme? It's a little bit hard to see.
Okay. Theme. Adaptive.
Color scheme. Color scheme. Yeah.
Oh yeah. How's this one? Is this okay?
Maybe the white one, just because it's easier to see. Yeah, okay. There we go. Yeah, sorry.
Width equals width. Canvas dot height equals height. And context equals canvas dot get context 2D. I'm not used to this keyboard.
You should try Visual Code. Like, it'll give you all of the hints. But yeah.
That will take half an hour.
No, I agree. At some point, I mean, we should get you trying it at least.
Yeah.
Particularly just for JavaScript, TypeScript. It is amazing.
Like, it is.
It's so good.
Like made by the same people, so yeah.
Yeah, it's inbuilt into it. So any errors come up in the actual IDE before you even see it in the console. So. All right, but I still think it's worth like creating a separate file that we just put in a bunch of objectives. So, do you mind if we do that?
Like in this repository?
Yeah, just write a text file or an MD file where we just have like a bunch of things we want to do for the runtime. And yeah, the first thing was like, can we get the canvas working with TypeScript? We can obviously do that. What's the next thing? So we want to create like a minimal version of the runtime that uses this architecture. And it sort of adds to like, what would you put in the runtime then?
I don't know yet until it happens. Honestly, that's how it happens with me. So what do you see?
Well, I suggest we do that. No, we do that. But every time we do stuff, we just add to this. So we do it in reverse order. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that works. At the moment, like I don't like this, how much is happening at the global level, but I'm just not doing that for now. You might the runtime might end up having graphics as like its own file that that the main runtime accesses and talks to.
Yeah.
And that we contain other stuff.
Yeah.
And so I wrote in it just because that stuff might go in there, but so the next thing is like we need rooms and entities. Hey, I'm doing the thing which is forwards rather than backwards. So assuming we have like one room, active room. Yeah, so there's these two states. There's the project, like the model of the project, and then the runtime state. And I don't know if I want to create that separation just yet. I might just go with a runtime state for now, and then have that derive itself from a model, like via init or something.
Yep.
Yeah. So at the moment we'll have an active room. Equals something, and that room, the active room. Oh, we're going like there can be multiple rooms. So that allow rooms. there's a list of rooms. These are all the rooms that are currently alive, and one of them is active at the moment. One of them is showing on screen, but the others are still ticking away in the background. That's the whole like persistence thing. Or they're not ticking away, but their state is still there in memory. So they're kind of alive. So an active room, we'll set it to be a room inside here, the one that's currently rendering, and the one that's like, we're doing stuff with the one we render. So our render function will be basically rendering the active room and all the things inside it.
Sure.
So what's in a room in the runtime? Well, you've got all the objects, and I guess you've got maybe it is worth splitting this out into runtime state and model state, because the room will have all those presets of like what background image it has, the size, stuff which doesn't change at runtime would just stay in the model. But like, I feel like the background image, like we should let that change programmatically, especially like moving the background image around. So I'd say that's actually runtime state. So let's give us a room. Right. So this, we had the concept of width, height, and viewport. And viewport really determines the size of the canvas, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's, unless you want to do a faux camera or something.
By faux camera, what do you mean?
Like the canvas, you said, like the canvas size is what we're displaying on the screen. But if we have this other conceptual concept of a camera, then we could like zoom in, zoom out. So it changes the viewport based on user input, I guess.
That actually, the zooming in, zooming out, that sounds like properties of a viewport as well. So that would kind of be like the viewport has a position and a zoom, and then the width and height is derived from that. Is one possible way. And maybe we can have both. You can set the width and height. You can also set the scale, which will then update the width and height.
Yeah.
So you're thinking like we have this room which can be like really big, and then we have a viewport of it. Like we're just seeing this section.
Yep.
But then in terms of the actual canvas, I was thinking that the canvas would match to be this viewport. But then I guess, we have to think about the actual page size, like the screen page size. So let's say that the computer monitor is here, and it's like a little bit bigger than the canvas, the space.
So hold on. What I was thinking of is like, imagine like the camera's tracking the player, right? And say like you just like in, those fighting games where like they go close to each other and the camera goes in and it's sort of zooms in the
zoom and such.
That's right. And so you can have this dynamic camera that's like changing the viewport based on the tracking the player, for example.
So the viewport. Okay. So by the viewport getting smaller, but the canvas that we paint to stays the same size, that means everything zooms in.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. This is getting messy. Getting complicated. Also, go to Bunnings Warehouse.
I mean, we don't have to do that now. We can just make it.
Yeah, it's good to think about, but it is a bit much to do now.
So maybe just put it in the list of to-dos at the end. Like, that's why
I'm going to go with, for now, the canvas is the viewport.
Sure. But can we just put it in the notes? Like, that's what we want to do at some point, so we don't lose it.
Viewport that can have a different width, height from the canvas, such that the camera has zoomed in like a fighting game.
Yeah, and I guess like in terms of the model there, like, do we want to encode that as a separate entity that we say tracking? Because like think about it like this, right? The camera dictates like the story as well. So sometimes the player, you might not want to track the player, and you want to do like a cutscene, for example. How do you make the game do the sequence where the camera is like showing bits and pieces of the game, and it might encode like the story. So we have like story mode where it's like talking about the different places in the story and like different.
Oh, the comic idea, you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the camera. Yeah, viewport control works so seamless. Yeah, works really nicely with the storyboarding.
Yeah,
Jumping around the place, absolutely. To sort of describe how the camera moves.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's for later. At the moment, it's just going to be the same width and height.
So at the moment, they can just do that by setting the viewport like properties. They can set it to track a certain object and then transition across them or whatever. But we can definitely add extra primitives to make that easier.
Yep.
But at the moment, games can do that if they want.
Because if you have the camera like tracking like the player, you just have it such that the viewport is always going to be like the center of the player, and it just keeps recalculating the viewport in the room. And so that's essentially like the camera.
Frame, you can just set the viewport to be centered on the player.
Exactly.
And that way it will track. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to grab the model, Jason, so we can just copy paste that instead of having to remember it all?
No, I don't want to copy paste because I want to actually get it in my head what's in here. If I copy
sorry.
paste, it's just gonna,
sorry. No, so that's fair enough. Sorry about that.
So we have this room and it's got objects in it, except they're called entities now.
Yep.
And these are going to be references to entities because we're going to keep track of all the entities separately.
Not in the model state, you mean, as opposed to the running state?
Yeah, this is runtime. Yeah, this is all runtime. Maybe if I just call this alive entities. Oh man, and these will connect back to the model because you can have more than one instance. Right. So we should probably have a distinction between an entity and an instance of an entity. Maybe I'll just call it instance.
So when we instantiate the entity, it's separate to when
it's now an instance.
Where do you want to distinguish it though? In the runtime only or in the actual model?
In the runtime only. Like instances only exist in the runtime. But it's a way of like I'm going to have the model's entities.
Yep.
Entity. What was it? Project equals entities. Yeah. So it's like these instances are going to link back to an entity which has all the code for them to do. But each instance will have its own state.
Yeah.
And in many instances of an entity, like the walls of the room or something.
Yeah.
So this is entities. This is instances. And it's a list of those. So we'll have that is not right.
So if we just create like a snake or something.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got a snake and it's going to have a snake head. And event.
Yep.
Type create code Ooh, so here's the TypeScript that we compile. Oh, fuck, how do we do that? How do we compile TypeScript in TypeScript?
But I would just say what you want the code to do, though. So let's say like we want the code when it's created to do what? What would be an example of like some scripting thing that we wanted to do?
Set it moving in a random direction.
Right. So it's dictating what it's meant to be doing. And so if you write the code, how do you relate to, like, it would be able to access things like its position.
That's
so
right.
it would have to be able to access its internal properties, right? Or,
yeah. So the this will be this object, will be this instance.
And remind me, in the entity model, did we have position as one of the things?
Oh,
We didn't.
We didn't. We need that.
So let's add
we
that.
we didn't have that. All that stuff. Yeah.
But its position is related to where it is in the room, though, right?
Yeah, its room is. Oh, it's a runtime state then. Yeah. You don't set the position. The position. Oh, that's right. In the room. There we go. I think about. In our object instances, there's position.
Yeah.
States. That's where it goes. So these are things on the instance, but not on the model entity.
And that makes sense because that says where it is in the room. It doesn't have a position until it's in that context.
That's right. So down here with the not an ID, but like a entity.
Well, we just want to reference the snake entity here, right?
Yeah, that's its entity, and it'll have position.
Yeah. So if we just set it to like the middle, something like that.
Yeah. Direction.
Yeah, so think about it for a second. If that means that the code is referencing some things, then you're really trying to access the room's position, like where it is with regards to room's position when you're going to say like move left or right or up or down or whatever. Position
is in the room, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying the code that you would write has to then access that property. And so how would we... Yeah, so like when you write your TypeScript code, when you're talking about the snakehead...
This will be this object, this instance. It will have access to this object.
Exactly. So we have to somehow, in our TypeScript, figure out how to make the instance version of a player, when it's in regards to room, have those properties that are able to be mutated.
I'm going to ignore that.
No, I know. I'm just thinking about it. Like it's
we should write this down.
And I think TypeScript will help us because we can use union types to or interfaces to just tack on an instance is like of type union player plus an instance room or something entity, and that gives it those properties that we might be able to mutate. I'm just thinking. Do you think that might work?
Say it again.
So like in TypeScript, we can union types, right? So like if we have a specific interface for the room instance entity that has the room instance position, we can just union the we can union that for with player. Oh, sorry, not with player, with entity. So it has all of its base stuff in this as well as position that it can potentially mutate.
Union doesn't mean it has both at the same time. Union means it's one or the other.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I meant the other one.
But if it's just instance, is that an issue?
What do you mean?
Like with this, so all the event code say this value is the current instance which the event is happening for.
Yeah.
Is that enough? Like, does it need
I guess we'll see.
Access its entity through the instance.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And like any runtime state will live on the instance. So anything you want to like mutate should be on the instance. You can't mutate the entity because that's like the core project.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have to be worried about the game editing its own project and like imagine it edits the event and like updates the event code for it's like updating the prototype. All instances will see that.
Yeah, we'll have to disallow that.
It's like the Python thing with the global fields.
Well, we just have to make sure that what we expose publicly is, not everything. That's all.
Yeah. You pretty much just want to expose a read-only version of it that you can't write to. But,
I'm sure we can figure that out.
Possible.
So if we just wrote some fake code in the thing, it would be like this dot pos position dot x.
Yeah.
And maybe we want to this dot position.
Yeah,
X and Y or something.
Yeah, sounds good. Ow. This dot speed equals 8. We don't know.
Yeah, and we won't.
6 is approximately 2K.
Doesn't matter for now.
7. Yeah, that'll do.
Yep. Sure.
I lost my train of thought.
Yeah. So
on creates, it'll do that. It'll set the direction and speed to these values. We expect that to happen. So this is all the source code of the game is right here.
Yep.
Yeah. Instances, a library, active room. For this instance, I'm starting to feel like going. No, I should just make this run.
Yeah.
So we got in the live room. We got an instance.
I mean, if you're stuck, we can just draw the canvas and just draw something basic.
Yeah. So this dog room, let's just draw its width and height as a rect, and we'll context dot fill style equals a light green Efi.
Okay.
So this room has a viewport. Viewport position. Yeah, viewport position. That's very important. So if I'm gonna draw this room, the viewport position. Okay, I need to draw it. So our viewport is the canvas with height. The position at the left, right is here. So if I'm gonna draw the room itself, that's gonna be like minus position. I think that's it. You just minus position.
Wait, what's positive and negative again?
So the viewport position is relative to the room's 0, 0.
Yeah.
So it's like here. But because we're drawing this in this thing's coordinate space, where our actual screen 0, 0 is here, or our canvas 0, 0 is here, then it's going to be the reverse. It's going to be the negative vector. Yeah.
Still amazed that you can do that in your head.
A lot of practice.
So you're going to draw the entire room with the thing at the position with respect to the viewport that we've set, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I make the room like smaller, like I'll make this 148, then we should only see a small room. That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. Which frame doesn't exist? Just called render.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna say something?
I was just going to say that when the people have to think about numbers, they won't think about this sort of translation. It's going to be seamless behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
They just think about viewport position, and then it just acts like the viewport inside the room.
Exactly. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, we have a nice camera abstraction.
Yep.
So if I make this -10 or -100, that means the viewport. Yeah. So we're looking like to the left of where the room exists.
Yeah.
So that all makes sense. Meow, 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 meow. I can't handle all these bugs. They don't work so well in this color scheme.
I'm gonna jump on my laptop, so you can change it if you want.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure works. Alright, we have a room render. Correct. Render room. I have changed my mind here. I'll make instances a per room thing.
Hello. Sorry, my phone died. I'm on my computer though.
All right, cool. Wait, oh, you're talking through headphone?
Yeah. I just my phone died like 5 minutes ago. So,
How did that?
just out of battery. Yeah.
Yeah, my phone was like that until I plugged it in.
Okay, so what have we got? Render instances. Yep.
This old trick.
Yep.
Old, it's not old. Yeah, so we're rendering every single frame. I loved it. I know you prefer to make the thing explicit, but it's just so succinct is bad though. Yeah. In our actual thing, like not this prototype, we'll do the more readable. But for now, I'm just gonna make it like that.
Yeah.
So each instance is something that can render.
Mm-hmm.
So that means they've got a sprite. So yeah, every what's an instance again? So I don't know if you heard. I was saying I took out the instances list.
Yep.
And I made it instances live in rooms, and I think that kind of makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So all the rooms that are suspended that aren't getting pumped, like yeah, if you ignore the room, you also ignore all the instances inside them. I think it kind of makes sense.
I see. Yeah.
But I think it works out in terms of thinking about rooms as where things live.
So do we want to just like have like a render method on the instance and then just call that?
So we will do that for the real thing. For now, I'm not going to bother making a class.
Sure.
And
Can we just? Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
Note it down.
Yeah, just that we want to transition from like have a render object that we want to map to for the instances, and then just have like render as one of the things that is applied.
Yeah.
And we probably want to think about what.
This will all be part of the instance class.
That's right. Yeah. The
methods.
And that's purely in the runtime that it will map to.
Yeah. Instance does not exist in the in the model or the editor really, unless you've got the runtime inside the editor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Does this still like work? Refresh. Give me a type error or something.
Mm-hmm.
Is this loading? HTTP server.
I don't know.
Oh shit. Am I infinite loop?
Well, true.
Oh, I didn't. Oh wait. Next frame. I put the weight in the wrong place. That's dead, isn't it?
But it should really tell you if you're infinite looping, like the browser, and just like.
It did. Like, web page is slowing down your browser. It did that thing.
Yeah, but it should really stop any infinite loop, right?
Yeah, it seems like it can't tell if it's an infinite loop. But like it should be, well, I guess, yeah, in this case, it's not obvious. Because your infinite loops, actually, yeah, we've got a while true and there's no break. So it really should know. Is this like actually properly dead? It's going to restart Firefox. Internet.
I can tell your computer's slowing down.
Oh, is the is the stream getting
a bit laggy?
wow. It's quite laggy.
Is it laggy for you though? It doesn't
I'm trying
matter.
to open Pages Explorer and it's like not opening.
Oh wow.
I want to see what state my computer's in. Plug.
I wonder if you like
Oh, here we go.
using up too much memory or something.
The whole like Hangouts plus recording plus infinite while loop inside VM, maybe. Look at look at the CPU just. So what's all using it? Let's just make sure it's not like something dumb.
Yeah.
There's Chrome, that would be Hangouts. There's OBS and the VMs. What do I have? Skype? Excuse me. Excuse me. Skype? I reckon it's from the Windows update. I updated because I hadn't used this computer for 3 years. Sorry, this is a distraction. Oh yeah, there's VirtualBox taking 30%.
Yep.
So is VirtualBox still... Okay, I need Task Manager in here. How do you...
It's right top.
Top, yep. Who is using all the CPU? DSP, like me. Firefox is... Oh.
Yeah.
So like when I killed Firefox, it didn't kill it or something? Or maybe it's still infinite looping. Kill. Right. Firefox. CPU still 100%. Still Firefox. Well, I guess we just kill it. Kill is... Can you kill? Delete?
You can do an HTOP. There's a way in HTOP.
It's one of these... F9.
Yeah, F9.
Terminate. Wait, did I terminate what I wanted to? Hopefully. Firefox is gone at least. All right. Okay, so await should not be infinite looping anymore. I'm just going to comment that out just in case. So Webpack, yeah. Yeah, infinite looping accidentally sucks.
Wait, when you comment that out, it's going to infinite loop, right?
Shit. Thank you. Right.
And yeah.
I can read code. Stay without exploding. Right. Was it? 1, 2. It's not responding.
Wait. So you're calling render, and then render is doing render room, render instances. But don't we need to request animation frame inside? Wait. So normally with the normal structure of request animation frame, you request animation frame inside itself, right? How do you do that though?
I don't, but my infinite while loop will cause it to wait another.
Oh wait, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So maybe just comment out the main and see if it's infinite looping without calling main. Let's just ensure it's that. So just remove the main and then let's just see it not break.
Yeah, I wish it was more obvious. I think that's compiled. That's now behind.
Now, if you look at Firefox, we should see that we don't get that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Still pretty slow.
Jeez, what's going on? What's going on? Firefox.
Right.
Look, has it cased it or something?
Yeah, can you just hard refresh it maybe?
How do you hard refresh?
And also maybe console log something instead of at the end of
I
it.
can't even get the dev tools.
Oh, okay. Maybe change the title of the HTML. Yeah, just change the HTML from
Yeah,
dog
that's a
to
good
dog.
idea. Good idea. I'll see if I can actually get. Yeah,
That's really bad.
that's quite bad. How can I like? No, I can't even right click. Okay, so change title of the HTML. Boop.
Yeah. Refresh.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
When did it stop it? I wonder if it loaded a cased version. And when I said stop it, it like
Right.
came.
Yeah. So we always need to hard refresh or something to avoid that problem.
That's really bad. How was that? Okay. Back to business.
Mm-hmm.
This should work. Yeah.
Mm. I'm just gonna feed cat. Can you hear cat? Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Alright. It's working?
It's working.
Sweet. Nice.
It's all going.
Yeah. So what do we want to do next? Render the instance, I guess.
Oh no. Console.logging time is overloading it. God.
Yeah, we can do the frames per second by just having a sleep or something, right?
Sleep does not exist in JavaScript. Oh, I guess the await set timeout.
Yeah.
Oh man, Firefox. To be fair.
Can you just? Whoa.
JavaScript. Yeah, it didn't like so much console logging.
Okay. Oh man, so slow.
Got to give your VMs more resources. Right, cool. I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we want to render an instance. That means the instance needs a sprite. That means sprite. That means sprite. That means
create a sprite.
Paint.app. Gonna make it naked.
Mm-hmm. And you're saying Canvas can render the image with its native APIs, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Make.
Mm-hmm. What the hell is that? Okay. Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Tongue.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It needs a smiley face.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
What is that, an eye? Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then green snake. That might be too dark. Oh, we'll find out. Snake.
Oh, that's a pretty good snake.
Snake.
Very nice.
snake.
Nice. Hmm?
Snake. There was snake. Open with save file. Snake. Go. How do you fuck? What is this? View side pane tree. Snake gamer model. I'm just going to pollute everything. Everything is dirty. Right, so we got snakehead. So I'm just gonna do our project resources images snakehead.
Do you want to just simplify it for now so that it's just on the instance? So we don't need to worry about that model for now. Just put it on the instance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops. Instance sprite. Const image equals new image dot source equals dot slash snakehead dot png, I think.
Mm-hmm. Is it a promise though?
No, it has an onload event, but you can use it before then. It won't render anything, but like when it does load, it'll then render something.
Right.
I can't remember if this is how you do it. HTML image source.
And how do you interact with the canvas?
Draw image. But this is just to load the image data.
Yep.
The image constructor creates a new thingy. Yeah, so it's an IMG tag. Wait, with type. Meow meow meow. Do I have to give it with type? Where's constructor? You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to give it with type. But yeah, you set source, and then I think you can. Yeah, so canvas draw image. Oh no, I picked the devil. Image extract. And you can set the width of that.
Oh yeah.
And you can draw a portion of it. Yeah. Source the So
that'll be the image view, the sprite viewport or something.
Exactly. So source image is this whole thing, and then like the XY with height is like taking that portion of it.
Yeah. And
then you say where in the canvas you want to draw that. So that's nice. That's how we can do our like animation frames showing different parts of an image like easily. This is just a frame viewport. And yeah, so we can take an HTML image element. It can take so many different things. So this should be the HTML image element. And so when we render, the sprite has position. So context draw image instance.sprite, and then the XY is going to be gonna have to do that thing again. Let's see if this works. Fuck, it worked. Yeah, work.
Wait, I'm confused by the position though. The viewport,
It's 50-50.
but the viewport is that green element, right?
That's the room. So the room is 148.
Oh, okay.
So let's make it what it was before. So it's like oops, hasn't compiled. Yeah. So the room is now this like stretches off to the right. So you should be able to have the snake go to the right and have the viewport follow them.
Yep.
In fact, like, yeah, what if we set our viewport to be like follow the snake position every frame? Yeah. So this is render. We should have update as well. Wait, so we need create.
So do we really want the code to be there for on create? Because yeah, like we should have on draw or on update, which is on draw, right? So we have the direction changing on update. So it's on draw that the direction changes, not on create.
Well, how come? I mean, you can do this. You can also do that, but like, why one over the other?
Because it's like on create, we're just drawing the thing, so it doesn't really need that. It's really on update that this code should get applied. I'm just saying where the code is sort of associated to on every draw.
Values. So this is the initial values of the property for snake heads. If you did it on draw, it would evaluate this every single time you draw, and so direction would be changing constantly.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah. So this is just constructor.
Mm-hmm.
This is getting complicated.
Yep.
I'm kind of feeling like, all right, I'm kind of reached the end of this. No, I want to implement direction speed. I want the engine to be doing an update and automatically pumping direction and speed through.
Yep.
The one thing that's missing, that's kind of going too far, is for me to do here is to actually have the rooms, and then you instantiate the rooms, which instantiates all the instances, which runs their create code. But instead of doing that, I'm just going to call create like manually in main.
Sure.
So this will be fun. So instance.entity.events. Okay, here's one place where it would be nicer if it was like this.
Yeah, just a single.
Yeah, our model can store it in the other way, but like for the runtime, it'd be nice to have this representation instead, where it's like, yeah, I want to call the create event, so I just didn't have to do a linear traversal.
Yeah, and we can make it such that every event has to have all of the every instance has to have, every state has to have all of those, and then you can just grab the specific create event and every event that you need. So we can just switch or something.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fun.
Let's see if this works.
No.
What was it called? Instance entity is undefined. Instance entity. Did I misspell it? Entity. So after that, what? Firefox. Oh my god. It's so slow. All right, speed is 8. Direction is random number. Yay!
Yep. Cool.
That's working. Look at that. Magical, nasty, horrible. Don't ever do this in real stuff.
Yeah.
But with TypeScript, even in TypeScript, it's okay. We're not writing anything that's important, so it's fine.
Wait, explain what you're doing here with this new function and then call instance. What is that?
So you
doing?
can create a function, and the parameter you pass in is the code of the function.
Yeah.
So this is how you can just compile JavaScript whenever you like. You just create a new function. It's basically the same as this is bad because it's literally like injected code.
Yeah.
So whatever you put in here now has access to everything pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's like, yeah, don't do it in anything important.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do that in the update. Thing. I suppose like for the runtime, this should just be like new function. It should just be compiled in the first place.
Right. So you just call it. Yeah. I'm still a bit unclear on how you're going to do this mock runtime to access the position in that code section and modify that.
Say again?
So are you going to, in this mock, try to create the code that you write in the in that string to actually modify the position over time? Do you want to do that?
No, I'm going to do the core logic here. So I guess
okay.
Every instance can give themselves a chance to update, and then, whoops. And then we will do the quote unquote physics.
Mm-hmm.
I keep hitting function instead of control. Let's see what happens.
No.
Try again. Oh, I'm using Firefox, which does not support thing. Update does not exist, so it's fine. We got a game engine. Check out our game engine. Look at the game. Yay! Yay! All right. So in update.
Commit.
In update,
Oh, don't commit.
We will
Uh-huh.
just speed divide equals 1.001, and direction is random still.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then we oh, you can't see it in the frame rate that I see it, but yeah. Whee!
Nice. Commit.
He's back. He's back. Click on him. Get the points. Click on the snake. Get points. So when they're on like mouse down,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Change direction. Yeah. On my down, like change
directions. Yeah. Or direction like plus equals math.random times like 0. Or 1.
No. When you click on him, increase the speed, and the whole game is to like make it go really, really fast.
I want to wee. And position this dot position dot x equals width over 2. Put them in the middle. I don't know if it's going to have access to width and height. It doesn't. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna have to somehow expose like variables to these functions, and I don't actually know how you. I guess.
So hold on. Can we step back a sec and show that this is related to what at the moment?
The instance.
Yeah. So where is that? It's in here? Yeah. And so we have in there a bunch of things.
Because I'm calling it with the instance. That determines this.
Yeah.
The parameter of the call.
So we might have to tack on like specific variables that are readable to the instance.
I think you can do this.
Oh yeah. Why is a string though?
I think that's how you set the parameters to the function. And so by setting width, height, it now has access to these as parameters, and then you pass through the values when you call it.
Okay.
So it's just the function parameters. I could be wrong, but let's find out. Missing formal parameter. Anyway, JS function in the end. There's a way to, maybe it's a list rather than individual. Function create. Now, where's constructor? Creates a new function. Syntax. Oh, the other way around. Well, I guess that probably makes more sense because normally you see parameters before the body. And that was what create. Yeah, so we can have like a standard set of things we pass through as a list, and we can call apply instead, which will. It starts in the middle. Yeah, nice. Yeah. So we can pass all the things that we want to pass.
That's good. That is nice.
It makes you want to zoom out to like make this viewport go big.
So if we did like on mouse down on the snake, I just want to see like that, and then when you click on it, it like, I don't know, changes color or something, or just, sees that we can detect it.
Yeah. So I guess So with on mouse down, should objects be able to see like every mouse down event, and maybe a parameter is whether it was hit by the mouse?
Right.
So it's like mouse down.
Yeah, because there'll be events on the room that need to funnel into the object, so that if the room event for on mouse down actually collides with this object, you might want it to say it got hit. So
yeah, so we can have like a one hit.
Yep. Yeah, and this makes sense with the way that we're gonna do the room events and entity events, that there'll be this intersection between the two. But really it's like the room is like a super event that will detect it and pass on
Exactly.
to the entity.
Exactly, that's right. So that speed is not slowing down very fast at all. Yeah, so when you click on it, make the speed increase again.
Yeah.
Like 10. Okay, so we have I'm gonna pin it. And then window notepad, and then listener, mouse down. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So this is horribly copy paste and will be refactored in the real.
Yep. That's okay.
So for every instance in that room, on the mouse down event, we check if it was hit, and that determines the thingy. So it's hit if, yeah, we'll just work out if it's hit. We can pass in the X and Y in the real thing. So const mouse X equals event.client X. So if the position of the instance plus the size of its right. Okay, let's draw it out. So the instance position is relative to the room. So I don't. Oh, I need this because I need to translate the mouse X, mouse Y into the room's coordinates. So it's just do the these.
Yeah. So there's like multiple layers of transformations that we need. One from this to the canvas. Do you need to translate it to the canvas as well?
Oh shit! Come on. It's currently in terms of the canvas.
Oh, okay. Not the web page.
Oh, am I wrong about that? Canvas. I think I need to say canvas. No.
Oh, okay. Otherwise, it would be the whole page.
It's relative to the window, which may be different. So yeah. So because it's relative to the canvas, we subtract the viewport position. Does that make sense? I'm not sure. Let's draw.
Yeah, I can't see it.
So here's our room. Here's our viewport / canvas. This is the delta. So we've got a mouse X 0, 0. Yep. This is actually the viewport. So it's not minus, it's plus. This is the viewport position.
Wait,
we
what's
want
the big box again? The window.
the big box is the room. This is our
Okay, sorry, right. Yeah.
canvas. Yeah. Or that's viewport.
Viewport, yeah.
Yeah. So our viewport position is here. And our mouse X, if it was 0, 0, we would want it to be the viewport position. So therefore, that's a plus. Nice. I'm glad I checked that because that was wrong. And then, so we have our so now that we have our mouse position here, and then we have our snake.
Yep.
And these are both in terms of the room. So we've got this mouse position and this snake. We just check if the X is less than the width and the Y is less than the height of the sprite. Mouse X minus instance.position.x is within I don't know if I can access width. If it's within both.
Why wouldn't you be able to access width? It's just passing that as an object, but
No, I mean the sprite width. So this is the
image. Yeah, okay.
So let's just right. Oh, that's not the element, is it? That's okay. We can just create one to play with.
Yeah. Can you just set like a breakpoint at the image creation and then just see the data?
Image dot onload equals. Oh, why not just console log image?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops. I was too eager. Zero dot width equals 50. It worked. Wow, it's 50. Cool. That was like hand 46. Yeah, you can tell it's hand sized. Sweet.
So we have access.
Sweet. He is within. How do you like line break? I don't know. Don't do that.
Yeah.
We'll find a linter.
ESLint should do that automatically. That's why if you did visual code, it will just do it for you automatically.
ESLint is like a plugin to VSC?
Yeah, and then you just use a style guide like Prettier or whatever. That's what I use. And then it will just automatically format all that stuff for you.
All right. It works. Look, it's working. Ah!
There you go. We made our first game.
You click on the snake and it goes wiggle, 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 wiggle.
All right, commit.
I love the snake. I'm sorry. Oh, it's not working.
Well.
Oh wait. I know why. It's not client X, client Y. That's actually the page. It's offset X. I could tell because it was like slightly off. So it was like, is the difference this difference between the canvas and the window? And it looked like it was.
What's the difference between Offset.
So the difference between so offset is relative to the current element that got clicked, the canvas.
Oh, okay.
Line is the page.
Oh.
I don't know why they just don't call it page X, page Y. So if I click on this tiny corner, it gets. If I click on this corner, it gets. If I click just outside, it doesn't get. All right, we're good. Get. All right, commit.
Commit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you mind if I commit all the horribleness into model?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Git. Snake. Push. Yay, snake!
Very good.
Snake. This is exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to leave. He's come back now.
You need to make it wrap around so that it just wraps around the other side.
Yeah. Oh, that could be a property of object, is like wrap around, and then we would draw the image twice.
Yeah.
If it's on the edge, so it appears on both sides.
Yeah.
That can be part of our draw. Like, it's fancy. Yeah, as an engine, you can like put in those primitives that you can then use easily. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
All right, let's leave it there. Yep.
Yeah.